Okay. Hello, my name is Guillermo Jauregui. I'm gonna create a tutorial for workshop number 5, frame surface creation, where we're gonna create a frame and later create a surface. Okay, the workshop objective is to create the geometry, the surfaces of one I-beam. It has holes and angled faces. Doing this will help the user become familiar with creating geometry. Important geometry for the complete frame. Okay, for creating this workshop, first we're gonna start for creating a new file. New, we're gonna select a folder. Just gonna put here, and we're gonna name this exercise as surf create. We're gonna hit OK. Here we gotta select our tolerances as default. And analysis code MCC Nastran, and analysis type as structural. Gonna click OK. Okay, now we gotta create first our surface. So we're gonna go to geometry, create surface, and X, Y, Z axis. Our vector coordinates are gonna be 24, 24, 10, and 0. You're gonna turn off auto execute. Always turn auto execute off. And our origin coordinates list is gonna be 0, 0, 0. I'm gonna hit apply. We're gonna make this rectangle. Now we're gonna create another surface. The vectors are gonna be 0, 0, and 2. Always turn on auto execute off. So we're gonna, in the method, we're gonna use extrude, same translation vectors, uh, 0 space 0, 2. Leave everything as is. Auto execute off. And curve list, we're gonna select our top line. We're gonna hit apply, and as you can see, if we turn ISO 1, we have one side of the I-beam. Now we're gonna make the other side. We're gonna put a minus in our translation vectors. It's 0, 0, minus 2, and everything the same. We get apply, and we have the other side. Okay, now we're gonna make the bottom ones different with a different action. Still in geometry, we're gonna select transform, surface, and translate. We're gonna translate these two surfaces that we made to the bottom. In direction vector, we're gonna select 0, minus 10. Select auto execute off, and we're gonna select both of the surfaces that we just already made. We're gonna select this plus sign to select multiple surfaces in one sitting. We're gonna hit apply, and now we have the bottom ones. Okay, now we're gonna make our beam even longer. Still, we're gonna stay in transform surface and translate. In transitional vector, we're gonna erase these ones. We want to be 24, space 0, space 0. Always turn up auto execute off. And in surface list, we're gonna select all the surfaces that we just made. This 1 through 5. Gonna hit apply, and now we made our beam even longer. Now we're gonna create the holes inside our beam. But first we have to create the points where which these holes are gonna be made. We're gonna go to Stealing Geometry and create point and extract. We're gonna select single point on surface and U parametric positions. We're gonna select 0.25 and in V parametric positions 0.5. Turn auto execute off. Surface list, we're gonna select the surface number 1 and apply. Now a point a dot has been made in this surface. Make sure the point's bigger so we can see it bigger. Now the point's been made. Okay. Now we're gonna make the other point, which is gonna be we're gonna change the value of U parametric. We're gonna change it to 0.75 and hit apply. Right now we made the second point of our solid. And we're gonna do the same for the next surface. Gonna hit apply to make the point and 0.25 and apply. Now we have 4 points in our surface. Okay, now to create the circles, we're gonna say a geometry and create. We're gonna create a curve and a 2D circle. In input radius, we're gonna output a 2.5 input radius. We're gonna leave in coordinate 0.3 and turn auto execute off. And the point is gonna be the first point we made, which is 0.29. I'm gonna hit apply. Select 0.20, hit apply. Now we're gonna edit the edges of our beam. We're gonna go to edit, surface, and extend. We're gonna select fixed length. The length is gonna be 2.0. Uncheck auto execute off. And the surface is gonna be, we're gonna select the eye of the beam, only the edge. We're gonna use select this plus so we can select multiple surfaces at the same time. Select only the lines. Okay, now we hit apply and it will extend like a little bit from what we just made. Okay. Now we're gonna break the surface with the circular curves so there can be holes. We're gonna go to edit, surface, and break. Okay, turn off auto execute. Gonna select in this option curve. We're gonna select in the surface list our first surface that we made, and the break curve, we're gonna select both of our circles. Use this one is the plus sign. 1 and 2. You're gonna hit apply. This window is gonna pop up and you're gonna put yes. And we gonna turn off our point size. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna hit on delete. Is in geometry, delete. Any, we're gonna select surface, auto execute off, and we're gonna select the surfaces that we made for of circles. I'm gonna select both of them at the same time. You're gonna hit apply. Now when they're gone, to see if the surfaces are erased, you're gonna select here our smooth view so we can see the beam. And then we're gonna go back to wireframe. Now we're gonna do the same from the other side of the beam, but with a different method. We're gonna go to edit, surface, and add hole. In hole radius, we're gonna put up 2.5. We're gonna, in surface, we're gonna select this surface, always turn auto execute off. And in points, we're gonna select both of our points at the same time. We're gonna hit apply, and both circles are made. Now we're gonna go to transform, surface, and translate. In translation vector, we put input 24 space 0 space 0. We're gonna repeat the count twice, and we're gonna select all these surfaces of the second part, which are from 6 to 10, and we are gonna go and apply. Now we made two of the same beam. Okay. Now we're gonna increase the point size in order to have a better view of the points. We're gonna go to display, which is this part, geometry. Here we're gonna look at point size. We're gonna select 4. We're gonna go and apply and cancel. Okay, now we're gonna break the plane of this part of the beam. We're gonna go to geometry, transform, point, and translate. In translation vector, we're gonna enter 4 space 0 space 0. In repeat count, only 1. Turn auto execute off, and in point list, we're gonna select this point of the top left corner, which has to be around point 26 or 27. We're gonna hit apply. And these points must be made. Okay, and now we're gonna break the plane. Now that we have this point as a reference, we're gonna go to geometry. We'll still be in geometry, create plane, and 3 points. We're gonna select as point 1. this point, point 2, the point we just made, and the third point is gonna be this point of the bottom. We're gonna hit apply. Well, it seems because it didn't turn out execute off, the plane has just been made. Always turn auto execute off, so you do not make two planes like I was going to do. Okay, no execute off always. Still, the plane has just been made. Okay, now we're gonna go to edit, still in geometry, surface, and break. In options, we're gonna select plane. We're gonna turn off auto execute off. Surface list, we're gonna select the surfaces that this plane might be touching. And the break plane, the plane that we just made. You're gonna hit apply. And this is what will pop up. We'll say yes for all. And now we have this line in the middle of the beam. So now we can delete this part of the beam. We're gonna still in geometry, we're gonna go to delete and surface, and we're gonna select the surfaces that we just break, which are this one. Okay, we're gonna hit add. Remember to only select the ones that are outside the plane we just break. Gonna hit apply. Now these ones are gone. And to see that, we're gonna go to smooth and see that the thing is just made. Okay. Okay, now we're going to transform to mirror the surface of the left end. We're gonna go to instilling geometry. We're gonna go to surface and mirror. Surface and mirror. Okay, transform surface and mirror. Sorry. Transform surface and mirror. Now we're gonna define the mirror plane normal. We're gonna select, we're gonna put coordinate 0.1. We're gonna add an offset of 60 point. We're gonna uncheck reverse surface. We're gonna check. We must have checked reverse surface. Sorry. Turn auto execute off. And in surface list, we must select most of the surfaces we just made of the first part of the beam. We're gonna hit apply, and now we have the left end made, as you can see. Okay. Now we're gonna go to File, Close. We're gonna open a new file. We're gonna name this Surf Create Part 2. As for file name, we're gonna hit OK. We're gonna select default as our tolerance, and our analysis type structural, and MCC Nestron as our analysis code. Click OK. We're gonna import our completed surfaces that we just had in our package for our workshop. We're gonna go to File, Import. We must choose this our source, which is IGES. Which is our complete surface. Okay, seems that our thing's not made. We're gonna do it again. Import complete surface, and yeah, uncheck import to power solid. IGS model, yeah. You're gonna hit apply. And this window is gonna pop up, and we're gonna hit OK. Now we see we have our full model that we just downloaded from our workshop files. Now we're gonna go to group. We're gonna modify. We're gonna select rename. This window is gonna pop up. Well, a window is gonna pop up. Will say filter specification, existing names, and we're gonna select our default group. We're gonna rename as all surfaces. The complete surfaces IHS. We're gonna click OK. We're gonna hit here also OK. And this is the end of this exercise. This will continue as we analyze the same structural beams. And see you in the next video.